everybody. Today's show is about Jesus was a soul man, come meet him. So my name is Rob Beasley. I'm author of the book, What Is This Thing Called God? And some guys have actually started reading it, and I'm getting some pleasing sort of feedback that it's not too bad. I thought it might have been a bit awkward and whatnot, so that's really delightful. So in that process of writing the book, I come to learn about the true Jesus, who he was, and what his true philosophy was. I've learned his philosophy. I know it 100%. And I'm sort of happy to share that with anyone that's interested in knowing about the true Jesus and his story and any aspect about the story at all. So that's the theme for today. So come one, come all. So what I'm going to do now is just send out some invites. Oh, hello, viewer. Gee, I forgot I was live. I just left it sitting there. We'll be starting the show in a minute. Just out and about looking for people, little victims. Would you like to be a victim? It's actually a good thing, because what I do is I cure them of their fucking egos. Mm-hmm. Hey, hello. Hello. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So I don't know you at all yet, but it won't take me long to know you. So you just choose whatever you want to do, whether you want to chat or chat in the side chat or come online and have a chat. It's entirely up to you. And do it at your leisure. Oh, okay. Good for you. You talk about what you want to talk about and don't talk about. Oh, all right. Oh dear. Nah, tell me what it is. I worry about things like that when people do it. So it's what? Can't read it. Soundbar, it's just a record of seeing their link in the actual record. Nah, fuck it. Not interested, mate. Uh, okay, that's good, mate. Nice. I just play music that I like, and that's it. Mostly classical. Sorry, mate. Just sort of got around the world. Yeah, thanks. Oh, Russian. Yeah, so you're fucking Russian. So are you Russian? Russian? Nah. Well, your name sort of looks Russian.
I got cards for Coles. I got cards everywhere.
Are you Jewish? No. So what are you? What nationality and what's your sort of spiritual position, I guess? No. Fucking hell. That worries me, dude. When people talk ambiguously about their situation, then that sort of gives me a bit of a clue that there's something fucking wrong. So me, I'm an Australian and I'm a realist. Bang. So that's the way. So you get Heinz. Oh, but I suppose, yeah, if you're European, I suppose you could say that. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right. Hello. Oh, what have we got here? So, broken down to Apache, Loon, Cherokee, French, and English. How do you get that broken down? I am Christian. Broken down, it's Apache, French, and English. So, in other words, American. Fucking hell. I don't know what you're talking about. But the Cherokee thing makes me think, Well, here's what I think about you, dude. I think you're a Jewish dude, and I think it's some sort of fucking association with Sydney. And so, and the giveaways were the Cherokee line, because the Cherokee is something that interests me. You've thrown in Apache as an outlier. I'm Christian. Yeah, so maybe could it be that you're tied up with the Jesuits, perhaps, something like that? Who knows? Who gives a fuck? I don't care about any of that shit. But anyway, that's my read on it. Anytime you want to have a chat, go for it. Now, I'll just busily go. Oh, really? Really? Are you enlightened? Yeah. I would never fucking clue. Well, I hope you are, mate, but I'm not. I'll have to keep you under wraps until I get Benny's confirmation, and then from then on in, we will be best of friends. Okay? I don't have time to fuck around. I've got a lot to get done in a very short time to do it in. Okay? Sure. Okay. I appreciate that answer. That's sort of good. So, do you know Benny from? So, I'm interested in your relationship with Benny. I mean, do you know him on the ground, or is it just an internet thing? So, on ground or internet? Oh, whoa! Hang on, you little beauty. You got fucking Sasha's photo. That's him. That's the Princess Resident.
I've got quite a few photos of him.
Oh, okay. I haven't had one, so. Yeah, all right. Well, you should.
Good knows it all.
Hang on, how have I got all this shit here?
Get rid of them. Put them in your folder.
They did.
Yep, when you clicked on something, when you went in their room.
No, hang on, wait a minute. That's their collection, not mine. Yeah, so that's all right. Yes, back in here, he's there. This will piss him off. Oh, okay. I'm teasing her with this sort of sexy talk to get her in. Then I've got to a point with her, I know where her problems lie. I just got to get it out of her. I think that's why she isn't coming in. I'm working at lightning speed. Drink, I said. Hang on. No, you don't do that sort of stuff.
Dealt with it.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, well, that's all right, mate. You know who they fuck with? God. G-O-D. And that's absolutely true. I know it sounds a bit off the rails, but there are two levels of spirituality, a political one and the real stuff which Jesus taught. I've read it, mastered it, and know exactly what it means. And he spoke about the God being within. And it's really, and outside. When I saw that, I thought, fucking, he's talking about nature. And that's it. So the true statement is, right, particularly for an enlightened person, like Benny and myself, is that we are the God, right? But it applies to every human being that lived, because it's the nature of every. Is fucking humans get caught up in the ego trap. And this is a major problem with fucking trolling. It fucking muddies the water. You know, it's like pissing in the pond. And that's it. So if I say I am God, it's as true a statement as a person can make. Now, then I say I am like Jesus. Fuck off. What?
They know their goose.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're at the brim now, and it's fucking falling apart around their ears. You know, now.
Jello.
Yeah, I know. I worked them all out. The one that I have the biggest beef with is fucking Cerebus. Yep. And I'll give him the hardest fucking time going. Now with you, it's still the same deal. All right, you must come 100% clean. And you have to do it publicly. And I know that'll be uncomfortable for you, but I won't accept anything less. The reason for that is, once you tell me the truth, then I will support you to the hilt, right? So against any opposition. And I'll be talking to this particular community, because don't forget, this is a closed community. So to this community, I'll be saying, no, down's fine. Now, fucking, see, Vladimir said to Renee that he's, Vlad said to Renee, or she's been conned by Vladimir. He's as fucking as evil as they come. Little prick. That's it, mate, that's it. Now you're playing in the right team. So, I'm after them. I'll take them all on, the whole lot, and I'll deal with them really clinically and quickly. So I know how to smack them hard, and basically it's not a bad thing, right? Because it actually brings them to enlightenment, and if we do that, then they stop being assholes. Because a lot of fucking downstream harm is caused by the things that you were doing. now they're fucking got pictures of you, so now you're getting the treatment that I got, right? But if you're enlightened, right, if you're properly enlightened, none of this shit matters. You don't get caught up in the, in that sort of nonsense. You just have a laugh with them.
Yeah, they're trying to fucking say that I'm.
Hey?
They're trying to say that I'm crazy by posting photos and shit of me.
Hey, down. What do you think's happened to me over fucking 12 months? Your little shit is nothing compared to the trauma or whatever I had to suffer. It's nothing. And I got put into an institution. Now, Cerebus, I think, holds the key to whether this group actually intervened and caused, or biased the doctor's opinion. So that's what I'm after. And then I'm after Sydney and those guys to find out what that connection's all about. So if you know anything about that, to go in your favour to tell me that. But again, remember we're live, and you call the shots on what you give and how you give it. I don't.
Hey, Rob, if I had that info, I would gladly give it to you, and I'm being honest.
Okay, well, yeah, but you lived it, right? So you lived the trolling. Now, the other thing that you need to do is apologise publicly to Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's reasonable, I think. And so, as we go through this process, right, what you'll find that happens, though, so are you socially isolated? Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that will actually go. You won't have that fucking problem again. I promise you. I'm not joking. Now, for you, because we had a relationship, we probably need to spend some private time. Just go through your understanding of this whole spiritual context. Yeah. I need to fast track it because I've got to get through a few people. And I'm not sure how much time I have. So I'm just going to move at lightning speed to get through as much as I can. Things like dismantling Islam. I still want to do that. But if I can't achieve them, I'll hand them over to Benny. And I'll kick his ass because he plays the soft shoe shuffle. That's not the way to get things done in this world. You've got to get off your fucking fence. And when you see an injustice, you've got to act upon it. And if humans begin to behave that way, what happens is you cancel out the false national ideas held in memory, and that is fundamentally ego, and that's the barrier to enlightenment. Enlightenment. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Good, mate. I'm hearing the right sort of tones in the voice and all that sort of thing. It might take a couple of days, but if you can trust me 100%, you just make it quicker, and it will turn your life around. And let me tell you, I don't know whether you've seen Benny and I at it, when we're in full flight, but it's a fucking brilliant life, mate, I tell you. Just unfortunately, I might not get to live too much of it. Anywho, he wants to kill his wife, then suicide. So this is Vladimir still doing his taunting. But I mean it when I say, if I did nothing else, that guy would suicide. Actually, I'd probably, well, maybe privately we could explore how you come to be who you are and why you adopt those. And it's pretty quick and easy. Like I did Holy Moly this morning. Completely healed her, if you like. Did Renee completely. I'm working on a couple of birds now, Raven and Fiction Fighter. She's going to be a little bit of work, but it'll fall apart pretty quickly. So now what I'm doing, it might look bloody awesome maybe, or whatever, or fucking strange, but things are really quite simple. And when you understand them, you know, the key down is that old Cherokee saying, the two wolves, and realizing that they're two primitive survival instincts. Yeah, because that's the thing pulls it all together. Now, if you think about it, computers are binary, right? 1 0 1 0, 1 true, 0 false. The same for the human condition. It's these two, the false being the self-survival instinct. So it's there for a reason, and it'll always stay there. All you're trying to knock off is the things that it creates, the false notional ideas about reality. So you've got a binary condition built into the human design. And it explains absolutely everything. Just like in computing. I mean, I remember within the computing, you know, because you have to do troubleshooting and that. When I came across the realization that everything's binary, 1 0, then you're able to investigate anything because there's always that true-false state at each layer. Well, it's the same for humans. Absolutely exactly the same. Exactly the same. Did you get that?
Yeah, it's the same for humans. It's exactly the same.
Well, it's binary, you know, true, false. And so for Sasha, you would have been suicidal, I would think. If I had died before we had this discussion, you would be suicidal. He'll be suicidal, right? Because all this extra noise that's going on now is flooding the space with the two sides, you know, good, bad. And he'll be seeing it, and it'll force him to think. And when he thinks, he then is confronted with his reality. Then he's got to look back at himself and what he's done. And for someone like that, right, that could be dead set suicidal. So his smart move is to come to me, and I'll just help him through the process. But if he fights it like bulldog fights to the death, then, you know, karma will fucking get him. So did you hear that down? Karma's real.
Yeah,
Damn.
karma's
Damn.
very real.
It's fucking very, very real. I promise you. So if someone does something wrong, there is a downstream consequence. And some of them are actually frightening consequences. That's the palliative care scenario that most people suffer. All right. Good talk. I think we're making progress. Oh, and I did say to you, right, once we've told the truth, we're both happy that it's out on the table, then that's it. You know, we can become lifelong friends and all of those things.
Hey, Rob, do you want me to apologize publicly right now to Patrick? Because, I mean, you know, we are publicly live.
No, you got to have him sort of in the hangout, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because this could get lost in the ether. And it doesn't matter if it's now or whatever. I mean, as long as the intent's there. But you need to sort of just explain to him, you know, so it's an egoic thing that you were doing, right? You're getting shits and kicks and giggles, and you thought that you and you get a feedback rush because you're manipulating people and you think that your shit doesn't stink and that you're intellectually superior. It's all bullshit. Now, it might look to you that I'm intellectually superior, but no, what's happening is I'm operating at the alpha state, enlightened state. That's it. So you can achieve the same standard. We're all equal. Baseline.
Well, I want to make one observation, okay? One brief observation.
No. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
Things always ran smoother, and you can take this however you want. Things always ran smoother when you had controls, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I understand that comment, and they fucking do, because I've come up, I worked out, and I only did it in about half an hour. I worked out how to conduct conversations on the, all in any format, and if you use the technique that I apply, it's fantastic for the educational process as well, because it pushes out. Firstly, it tests everything to make sure it's valid where it's needed, and no, I've forgotten the rest of it. But it is just a phenomenal thing. And so when I hold a room, this is Rob's house, Rob's rules, right? When I hold it, things get done. Voices get heard. Problems get addressed. When you go to the other model, it's a power struggle, and fucking that's all it is. And it's just a game of who can win the power struggle. It's hopeless. Yeah. So what do you know about that Simon the drunk? Bommy.
I've seen him in Nadia's hangouts quite a bit, and he is intoxicated a lot over there, and he also appears to have a lot of emotional issues that I noticed when the few times I was in there that I saw him. I don't go to Nadia's hangouts anymore.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I said, so again, you see, right? You see what's the pattern that starts to emerge is the people that are causing fucking problems for everybody else have fucking problems. So if you can clear up their problems, then the projecting of problems goes away. Hang on, Sydney's desperate to fucking get me. No, Sydney. So this is what Sydney says. I am considering starting a hangout topic, Rob Beasley. May I? The King of the Jews will discuss Rob Beasley. So what he's... Oh, you read the play already, right? He's just fucking getting desperate. He's trying every fucking trick in the book to get me in that fucking room, right? And then he's gonna, I don't know, psycho babble me. Sydney, you can't do that to the God. So, yeah, now you're getting a taste of on the good side, right? There's some fucking funny shit happening. Well, actually, that's what you can do for us, down. Start hunting them down, bringing them to court. Limited seating available, blah 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 blah. All right. Now, where do we get to?
Okay, I'll do that.
Please start too. Hey, at the end of the day, one thing about the enlightened position is that you respect each other and their right to be whoever they want to be. And yeah, just observe the conduct. It's perfect conduct into human relations between Benny. Now, you know that 15-year-old dude?
No, not sure.
I'm telling you, he's a fucking full-time genius. Absolute rocket. Benny, of course, we know, he's a genius. Me, I'm a genius. Who would have thought? But I am. I'll tell you another one I'm after is Luke Dog, because he got white-handed by Sydney, So I need to get hold of Lukey.
Hey, Mike did type something in earlier, Rob, and he typed in, "You guys are afraid to face Rob." Mike's a good guy.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, he's enlightened, believe it or not. He fucking is. You can tell, you know. So you think of it this way: what enlightened means? It means clearing out the junk box because it's fucking muddying the water. Once that's gone, you're enlightened. But it's not overly complex function at all, and it makes perfect sense. And have you noticed how well I read conversation and people?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, that's what you get as well. So there's a lot of extremely useful outcomes from basically coming to God.
Well, when you talk about, and I agree that you are enlightened. When you talk about that, though, Rob, when you realize that I'm not on the same, the whole coming to God thing, whether it's nature, I'm not for that in any shape.
Okay, I'll solve that for you right now. So you never have to fucking worry about that dilemma. So come, just saying to Sasha, saying come to Papa. Bitch. He'll come in. Well, no, he might not. Oh, and there's Fiction Fighter.
Hey, Rob, is it okay if Luke Dog comes over here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, he's been somehow Sydney's brainwashed him. I actually got a video, right, of that hang, and you can see the very moment that he actually injects a concept, right? And what was interesting to me is that the response from them as the targets was negative. It was like they weren't acknowledging the information, so I just need to study it a little bit to see what his technique is. But I know the mechanics. So this thing called God, right? It's got a lot of baggage, so it confuses people when you talk about it. But fundamentally, there's two versions. There's the political God, which is all the magical, mystical, high gods. All of that is political. So in other words, it's bullshit. And then there's this concept of a God from Jesus' teachings and from Buddha and, all those sort of things. And it basically resolves to, when you track it all down, it comes down, remember the two survival instincts?
Yeah.
Right, so one, the self-survival instinct is the source of all fucking problems. The other one, and therefore evil, and then the other one is for all things good. So what is God? It is that second survival instinct, or the good wolf. That's it. And that's all there is to it. And that's precisely what this concept of God, or the story of a God, came from. It was inspired by that reality. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now you have it, and now you can sit comfortable because it's got fuck all to do with Christianity, it's got fuck all to do with Judaism, it's got fuck all to do with Islam. It's the nature of the design of the human body. This is the way it's designed, and this is the way it functions, and it has these two survival instincts as the baseline. Yeah, so, choose to feed the good wolf, I suppose, is the way to go. What I'm starting to notice is that when you actually give an explicit discussion on it, people seem to fucking get it. And when And I think there's a very good reason for it. I think it's like being instinctual, being part of the fabric. It means that we can identify that reality. You know, it's sort of like you had a hunch, or you, I don't know, instinctively do things. Oh, I don't know. So, so yeah, so it's just the nature. It's just the way things are made. Now, then you might ask the question, well, fucking hell, that's brilliant. Let's tear this one down. I'd strongly urge you just don't bother. Just accept it as reality and fucking use it and live a great life and then die. Because you only get one life. Alright? That should solve a fucking lot of problems for you, hopefully. Scared him away. We had something to do. Oh, there's that fucking soccer. Hey, dude. I don't know whether he's still there or whatever. Pardon me, I went away. So, what do you know about Benny? Tell me some more about Benny and what you know. Really, Christian? Yeah, yeah. Well, the Christian bit catches me. I might have to duck out for a minute, stir someone up. Just got to think about it. Hello. 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 Yeah, Sal. Alrighty. Listen, dude, I'm going to close this one because no one's sort of coming. I might have opened another one. Thanks for dropping by.